Hey scholars, happy Monday. Today's video is going to go through the directions for the classwork we have planned for you guys. So make sure that you are always reading the essential question first so that you know what to look for as you read. We do have reading and writing planned, so make sure that you chunk it up in order to get all of this done today. So let's get started. This is the extra help tab for Monday, with all of the links to the assignments that are going to be due today. Today we are analyzing language, and our essential questions are: what type of speech is more persuasive, informal or formal? Would you be more likely to vote for someone who used formal or informal language in their speeches? So these questions are based off of the book that we've been reading, the story we've been reading about Rudy and Maeda. We know that they're running for class president and they are giving speeches to try and persuade the class to vote for them. So this kind of gives me an idea of what formal and informal language must mean. It must mean the way that you talk to a person. Because the characters, when they're giving their speeches, they use a lot of, not only do they have different ideas, but the way that they speak to the crowd is very different as well. All right, so there's two things that you have to do for reading, and there's a couple of things that have to get done today for writing. The first thing you want to do is you want to become familiar with what formal and informal language is. So you're going to do that by reading the mini lesson on page 99, and you're going to get some examples of what that is. The second thing you want to do is go back in your book. You're going to read pages 92 to 93, and you're going to answer two questions. Does Maeda speak formally or informally in her speech? And how is her way of speaking different from Rudy's? So those are our reading portions that we have planned for today. We have to go and read page 99 and then page 92 and 93. For writing, we have two different writing assignments. You're going to be writing an informal diary entry about what you did this weekend. And then you're also going to write a formal letter to the principal about one thing that you would want to change in your school. Okay, let's go through our links so that you know where to find this stuff. There's 3 links here that say submit. This is what you're going to click on if you have a computer at home. We want you to submit your assignments through Google Classroom so that we can provide some feedback to you guys. So the first one is you're going to answer the questions. They're already typed up, and you're just going to include your answers at the bottom. Okay. The next thing is the informal diary entry. This is all about what you did this weekend, and if you have a hard time getting started, there are sentence frames that you can use. If you don't need the sentence frames, just delete them and put your own entry in. I do want to highlight here that you want to start by saying Dear Diary, and we put a comma because it's addressing it to the diary. Okay. The last thing is your formal letter. So your formal letter has to have a couple of components. It has to have your contact information, the place and the date, the contact information of the person who is going to receive it or the recipient, salutation. It has to have an introduction, a body, and a conclusion, and a closing signature. Okay. You'll notice here that it says begin the formal letter below the line, so you'll have to move your cursor over so that you can do that. All right. So the last thing I do want to direct you to is the formal letter example. If you have a hard time getting your formal letter started, Ms. Richardson uploaded an example of what it's going to look like and everything that you need in it. So if you're having a hard time, like I don't know how to start it, it also has a great topic that you can look through, okay? So you'll notice here on the sides, if you click on the comments, it highlights exactly what part of the letter that is. So this is the first and last name in the email. The second comment is the date and where the letter is sent from. This one here is what I want to highlight. This is Miss Kendrick's information with the school address. And you guys are all going to be writing to Miss Kendrick because you're all writing a formal letter to the principal. So you can copy and paste this onto your letters so that you don't have too much trouble finding her information. Okay? And then you can click through all of the comments to really see what each portion says. Okay, so you have your salutation, you introduce your topic, your body paragraphs, which give your topic and like your reason a lot of strength. And the last thing is your closing. You want to make sure that you're polite and you thank them for their time, and then you sign your letter. Okay, so that's our formal letter example. So these are really great resources for you to use if you get stuck. All right, I'm going to make another video of the read alouds if you need them. Good luck. I look forward to seeing you guys submit your work and be able to leave you some feedback. All right, have a great day, guys.